Welcome back. In this video I will show how to install the Ruby interpreter for Windows, and then we can install the OpenBEL BelRB gem inside of Ruby. So let's first get started by installing Ruby Installer for Windows. And you should go to rubyinstaller.org and click the download link. You'll see here a list of Ruby versions that are available for Windows. BelRB gem should be able to support all of these versions, but we should be able to grab the latest. We'll want to know whether or not we have a 64-bit operating system or a 32-bit operating system. To do that, open the Start menu, go to Computer, and then to System Properties. And here you'll see under System Type that there's a 64-bit operating system here. So I will download the x64 version. Great. Okay, now that the Ruby installer has been downloaded, let's double click it and install. Choose the language and accept the terms of the license. And here it specifies what the path is for the Ruby installer, and this folder should be sufficient. There's an option to install Tickle TK support for graphical applications, and for this installation we won't need that. But there are two options here that are useful. Adding the Ruby executables to your path will allow you to run Ruby and the other commands installed directly from the command prompt in Windows. So we'll enable that, and we can also associate Ruby files and Ruby for Windows files with this Ruby installation so that we can run Ruby files directly from the command prompt or from the Windows Explorer. So let's install Ruby for Windows. Great, now the installation is complete. Okay, now that the Ruby installer has been installed, let's confirm that it's available within the command prompt of Windows. So we run Windows R to get the run command, and then type CMD and hit enter. This brings up a command prompt. From here, we should be able to type ruby-v for version, and in fact we see that we've installed 2.2.2. So now with Ruby installed, we will be able to install the BelRB gem inside of Ruby. The Ruby installer will also install the gem command, and we can confirm that by typing where gem. And in fact we see the gem command within the Ruby 2.2 installation directory. So with the gem command, we will be able to manage our Ruby gems and pull down gems from a remote site called rubygems.org. And we can see that here by opening a tab to rubygems.org. And here you could find other gems that have been shared within the Ruby community. So, jumping back to the command prompt, we should be able to type gem and see in fact that it is the gem command. And there's some examples here that we can follow, like gem install rake, or in our case, gem install bel. So let's get started by typing gem install bel. By default, this will install the latest stable release of the bel gem. And you can see here that it has installed the gem, and now it's installing the documentation. This step will take a little while on 0.2.1 of the bel gem due to a bug within that codebase. So I'll pause here and we will continue after. Okay, now the bel gem has been installed. And let us confirm that by typing gem list to see which gems are installed on our local system. And we can see here that bel is at the top. 0.2.1 has been installed. You can also confirm that by checking that the bel upgrade command is available. And this command is included with the bel gem. In fact, here we see that bel upgrade is in fact present, and the gem has been installed successfully. Another option for installing the Bell RB gem is to install a published unreleased gem. In this case, we should be able to check rubygems.org to see if there are any pre-release gems. So I will use the gem search -- remote for rubygems.org -- pre-release, and then specify Bell as the gem to look for. So in this case, I look for everything that has Bell in the name, and if you look here, the third option down, you can see a number of pre-release gems. There's 0.3.0, point beta 5, and then point beta 4, and that goes all the way back to 0.3.0 beta 1. So we can install a pre-release gem as well from rubygems.org. Now the one problem we might run into is the Bell gem that we already have installed, 0.2.1, we might have to uninstall. And we can do that by gem uninstall Bell. And it'll prompt you to remove any executables installed with the gem. We can say yes, and it has removed the previous installation. Now, to install the pre-release gem, we will go through the same command, gem install Bell, but add a -- pre-release at the end. This will install 0.3.0 point beta 5. The reason you might want to do this is it includes a number of performance improvements to the parser for Bell data. Now we have installed the pre-release version of the Bell RB gem. We can confirm this by typing the Bell upgrade command again and see that it in fact does exist. We can also test the Bell parse command with 0.3.0 point beta 5 and give it an example file like the small corpus. We will redirect the output of the command to the parse file. Here I'm taking a look at the Bell script source, and on the left here you see the parsed object that came out of that script file. So we've confirmed that the library does work. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.